Good morning. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Monday. It's a new week. How was your weekend? Was it good? Oh, it was good. I got new AirPods. They're really good too. They sound great. And the battery's better, so they're going to last longer for all my recordings. I got a new iPad mini as well. Happy with that. That's great too. So it's a much better experience for me having this stuck in my ear instead of that AirPods Pro that now, well, it did work properly for a very short time, but these sound much better than the AirPods Pro. So they're going to have to bring out a new AirPods Pro because these are so much better. There you go, Apple, bring out a new one. It's more comfortable. I can hear myself properly. Hopefully, is the microphone good? Let me know. Oh, I've not done a microphone check, in fact. Does it sound better? Does it sound better than I used to? Hey, Beth. Hey, Duarte. Let's get some cards out. So I'm going to do some channeling for the collective. It's very strange because it's in a different position in my ear. It's not stuck, jammed in my ear now, so that I sound really weird. Hey, Connie. Yeah, let me know how the sound is compared to usual. I think the microphone is a little bit better on this from comparisons that I've heard on reviews. Sounds good. Awesome. So yeah, I'm going to do some channeling for the collective here. Get some cards out. I'm also doing mini reads, so if you're interested in a mini read, then check out that pinned comment up top. I just amused myself then. Thanks for your feedback, guys. Yeah, just check out that pinned comment up top because it says it's by donation. There's a PayPal link in there as well, which is my preferred method. This is weird because I sound so different. How long has it been that I've had that damn thing stuck in my ear, plugging it up, making me sound weird to myself, and now I can hear myself, and I'm not used to it. So I'm going to be weirded out for a while. Yeah, PayPal's my preferred method of the donations, but you can use Super Chat or Super Sticker if you want to. If you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment so that I can find your question. Not just a Q by itself, that doesn't help me at all. A Q at the start of your question comment, that helps. It's amazing how many people just do the comment with a Q in it, like lost in translation. Now, I just amused myself then because I was looking at my makeup and wondering if it's okay. I had so many makeup fails this morning. It's a good thing I got up early. I had makeup fails. I'm an hour earlier. Am I? You change your times. Ah. Is that better for you? Hey, Jamie. Hi, everybody. Yeah. We don't change our time here. We're not crazy. Yeah, so I had makeup fails. I had a lot of piecing together to do this morning because I made a mess. I rescued it then. The noble one. Oh, so this is doing the right thing. Why does that make me feel? That makes me feel. We like to do the right thing, right? But this card is making me go, oh, I don't want to do the right thing though. Got to do the right thing when we don't want to. Sounds better. Yay! Oh, it's better. The timing is better. Oh, that's good. It was for some people, I guess. Has everyone changed? Did Australia change as well? I don't think so. I think they change at a different time. And they go the opposite way. We don't, because we're not crazy. It started out as a farming thing, didn't it? Get more farming hours or something. I don't know. Doesn't make much sense in this day and age. There we go. So we might need to do the right thing even if we don't want to. Go with the flow, it says. Just go with the flow, do the right thing, even if you don't want to. If you don't want to. I was very organized yesterday. So it's Claire Day on Sundays. It's my self-love Sundays. And I was going to go for a massage. So I messaged my massage lady asking could I go like in half an hour. She said no. An hour and a half. I'm like, okay, got an hour and a half. Well, what will I do? I wanted to test out the first makeup little palette that I bought when I started getting better makeup again. And I just wanted to try it out, like not on a work day, try it out and see what it's like. Now I know more about makeup. So I tried it out. It's very subtle and it's like a daytime kind of thing. So I'm like, cool, I can wear this for a massage. But as I'm trying that out, I wanted to put it back and then I noticed everything was in disarray. So I started tidying up and then I was just like, and then I was on a roll because then I was making space for my makeup and these little drawers that I've got, and then I'm like, well, that doesn't belong in there. I'll put that in the drawers in the lounge over there, and I've got drawers by the bed as well, and I just started clearing everything up and cleaning everything up as well. And before I knew it, it was time to go for my massage. But I felt really good. I felt like, you know, when you just get on one of those rolls when you're tidying up and cleaning up, and it made me feel really good. So that was me yesterday. And then my massage was great, of course. Didn't really need it this time. I like having a massage when I don't really need it, when I've not got a problem. She still found problems. She always does. What did I do? I can't remember. My day was full anyway. Jamie, thanks for your donation. I'm going through a spiritual awakening. It's hard to do my job. Just got hired by a new company. Not happy. Should you stay? Let's get the crystals. Sorted this drawer out as well. You know how like drawers just become like dumping grounds? I had a few of those and now everything has its place. You live in Canada, Montreal. Is that your birthday? That's an interesting number. I was born in 71 as well. Should you stay? Yes, for now is what I just heard. Let me get some cards out about that. I even changed the bag. I've got a black bag now. I had a red bag before. And took everything to the laundry. I was just so organized yesterday. I've still got more to go. I've got to do the under the sink cupboard and I've got to do the kitchen cupboard. What else? There was one more. Oh yeah, I need to do all my clothes. I really need to do all my clothes. Feel it in freedom. Okay. Jamie, not yet. Don't leave yet. Until you feel this, until you feel freedom. So when we hold a certain energy, like, or let me explain it with a money thing. I haven't got any rings on. A money thing that I think everyone will connect with. You know, when we are poor. I'm going to wear that today. You know, when we're poor, and we might have tried to save money and all of this, but bills keep on coming in and we don't seem to get ahead and we don't seem to be able to get the things that we want. And it seems that our only option is to need to win something. So we keep on going into the lotto or whatever. And we see that's our only option because we've tried it other ways and we feel disempowered, right? When we're in that mindset, we can't get out of that poverty thing, right? We just get stuck in that. And because and everything that we see matches that. It's like, well, the only way out is to win it because I can't get it this way and I can't get it that way and I can't get it that way. So whenever we're in a mindset like that of can't, lack, all of that, then yeah, you're right. You can't notice business opportunities. You don't notice better paid jobs. You just don't notice any way of getting abundance, right? And so people stay in that, I have to win it because that's the only way because I'm completely disempowered. And the reason I'm using that excuse is someone commented on my YouTube channel about that. And so maybe they'll watch this video. So likewise with the job, when you're in a job and you've manifested that job with your energy, right? And so coming from a lackful energy, it's obviously not what you want. Otherwise, you'd be really happy there. If you move on from that job in that same energy, you're going to move into a similar kind of a job. Like the same reason that you can't see better opportunities when you're in that lackful money mindset. Yeah. And so this is why you've got this. Feel it in freedom, Jamie. You need to feel that first, free to do whatever you want to do. That expansive feeling, like I can do whatever I want to do. And then you leave. When you feel that, that's when you leave, right? So this is so interesting. So you're going through a spiritual awakening, which means that your higher self is getting in touch with you. You know, spiritual awakening to me is when we realize the universe is there for me. I've got a higher self. It's showing me magic and all of this. And yeah, there's the death of everything else, isn't there, at the same time? We're changing our mindset completely. But one very positive thing of that is that you've got this direct connection with your higher self now. And you will hear when it's time to leave, like you'll just know, you'll know when it's time to leave. And so wait until that point. In the meantime, develop this connection that you've got with your higher self now. You don't know who you're becoming. Well, you don't need to know. Just into the unknown, Jamie, into the unknown. But yeah, don't move yet. Otherwise, just sit it out for a while, and you'll know when it's time. Dwight, thanks for your donations. You like Louis? You going to stay with him? Is that a question or a statement? I'm going to stay with him. I'm not going to use those unless you've got a direct question of are you. But let's find out about Louis. Let's get the dirt on Louis. Yummy. You're welcome. Wow, this is a passionate relationship, a bit tempestuous. Jealousy one step at a time. Hey, yeah, the clock's changed. It's going to be quiet, isn't it? Because the clock's changed. Everyone will come an hour late, right? That's all right. You remembered eventually. So a bit of a tempestuous relationship, this. Duarte. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Jealousy. One step at a time. Take it slowly because, yeah, fiery. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but we were like a fiery, passionate relationship. It makes it interesting, but just take it slowly. Because sometimes those kind of relationships, they can have some toxic traits. I don't want to say be toxic, but because there's toxic traits, isn't there? Yeah, just take it slowly. Take it slowly. In other words, you don't need to know beforehand if you're going to stay with them. Just let it grow. There you go, growth. Yeah, just let it grow. Just go with the flow. Let it grow. Is this thought useful? To know beforehand whether you're going to or not. Making a decision before we make a decision. We need to make a decision in the moment. Because if we make a decision before we make a decision, if we make a decision to stay with someone and then they show us red flags and they show us toxic behavior, then we don't change our mind because we already made that decision. Give yourself the grace. Allow yourself to just step forward and make a decision in the moment. It's like, it's best to do that with everything, really. I was about to say that's like marriage, really. I mean, can you? I don't know. I think I can now. But before, that hand tying ceremony when you get married for a year and a day seems to make sense. Or is it a year less a day? So you can make a decision in the moment, you know. More than 35 years. Wow. You want to know if it's true. Just go with the flow there. It's going to be passionate, but go with the flow and you don't need to know beforehand. Take it day by day. And so it could be that your patterning is to not make decisions in the moment. Does everyone know what I mean by that? Is like if we decide, oh, them, and you can see it from the twin flame world, right? Everyone talking about twin flames. Those people that have decided that their toxic relationship is a twin flame, and then they stick with it instead of allowing themselves to make a decision in the moment when there's toxic behavior. It really disempowers us if we make a decision up front about something, which has me questioning marriage, but that's nothing new. Question marriage after I was married. So I hope that helps you. Let's get a goddess out. So we've got to do the right thing even though we might not wanna. How's the sound, Jessica? I've got a new microphone. It should sound better. Doing the noble thing, doing the right thing even though we might not want to, and going with the flow. Let's get a goddess out. Let him prove it. Let him prove it. That's how we know. We don't need to know through a psychic. We need to know through their behavior and their investment in the relationship and them taking action in the relationship and them doing it, right? Sounds really good. Yay. Yay, I'm happy. Yeah, I heard some reviews of these, and they sound excellent. I watched a movie on my new iPad with these in. It was so good. It sounded so good. It was like, yeah, like being in a cinema. They're so much better. I can't believe that they're like still selling the AirPod Pros and that they're even more expensive than these, because these are better. And I know they do. These don't have noise cancellation and all of that, but it doesn't work on the AirPods Pro anyway because they've got a fault in them that it goes crackly after a while and you can't use it anymore. Apparently they've fixed that now. They need to send me a new pack. Oops. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take the card that fell on the floor that was at the top of the pile that fell on the floor anyway. Because it's awakening. Live in the moment, it says. And that seems to be sound advice, especially with what I was just saying. Live in the moment. I sound so different because I can hear myself. Awakening. Awakening. Where are you? So yeah, so I did all my makeup out and found things that I would kind of, because I've just thrown everything in this tiny little drawer. Like this nudie lipstick. Do need to go through all my clothes because I sorted everything out. I bought these little drawers to go inside of my tiny wardrobe unit thing here. This was ages ago. And I filled those up, and then I've got spillover now. It's just a mess. I need to sort it out. Awakening, live in the moment. Bridget comes with a sacred gift of awakening. There are aspects and elements in your life that are lying dormant, but perhaps you're not even aware of their presence as they've been asleep for so long. Once they've been stirred into action, you wonder how you ever lived without them. This awakening may be slow, may be a slow and challenging process, like struggling from the depths of a warm and cozy slumber, or it may be quick like a cold shower, shocking you back into awareness. What's yours like? What's your name again? I forget. Jamie, what's yours like? Is it like a cold shower? Or is it like a slow process? Quick like a cold shower. Anyway, Bridget may deliver her gift as a message straight to your heart, and you'll know that you'll never be the same again. Wow. I had a very intense moment with Mr. Hanson on Saturday. And I was just trying to explain something to him. It was like nothing, but we just looked into each other's eyes, and I can still see it, like imprinted on my retinas. His eyes. Bridget may deliver her gift as a message straight to your heart, and you'll know that you'll never be the same again. Goddess Bridget knows the perfect time to bring you her gift. She's been watching and waiting, and she just knows when to wake the sleeping winter world at Imbolc. What does that mean? She knows when you are ready. She asks for nothing from you except readiness. Relax and stop grasping. Surrender yourself to the flow of life. Yeah, we've got flow. A dancer does not dance in order to get to the end of the music to discover its meaning. Good one. She feels and responds to every beat and note as she dances. In the same way, God has asked you to become aware of the countless magical moments in your everyday life, as it's your awareness of these small moments of magic that will indicate your readiness and your ability to feel the music of life. Are you ready to be fully awake? Bridget may send you her sacred swan as a messenger to say, live in the moment. And Hare may come to remind you to be aware, accept, and love. In the moment. Let's be in the moment and go with the flow. Say those cards right there. There you go. Purpley. It's a purple day today. I'm not with my makeup though. I bought more makeup as well. I just can't stop. It's like I've moved from skincare. I've got my skincare down pat now. I actually started. I ran out of my retinol stuff, and I've started on the what do you call it? Tretinoin, the hard stuff. I've used it twice now, 2 nights, and there was a little bit of peeling on my nose this morning, so it's good. It's taking it to the next level. And I've got a really good, so that I've got the best one of that now. I've got the best retinol. I've got the best vitamin C at the moment as well for my mornings. I've got my skincare covered now, and I'm just kind of using stuff up from when I was trialing everything out, and now I'm onto makeup. It's my next obsession. Especially because there's like a mega sale coming up on the 11th of the 11th. So I've got Sephora stuff lined up. I've got Lazada stuff lined up, ready for that sale. Let's get some tarot out. Jamie, may you go out and go. Oh, so unhappy. Brain won't accept it. So you've got heart, but you've got a heart. You've got a fight between your brain and your heart at the moment. You like purple. Let's get some help for that then. How can Jamie help? Well, go with the flow, like what she just said. What this one just said will help. Excuse me. Nature. There you go. See, perfect advice. I am that and be with nature. And so, yeah, don't think about it too much. You're thinking about it too much. Get out into nature and be. Like, be that. I am that. Be that. Just be. Nature will really help you. That's a good one. What else? Yeah, it's more about release than trying to figure something out as well. So definitely no overthinking here. Take the risk and soften and open. So again, it's kind of similar advice. It's soften and open and be with this experience. It's like, what you're asking is like saying, like, I can't stand this grief. I can't overcome it, kind of thing. Well, you don't overcome grief, do you? You feel it and you go through it. It's a process that you go through. If you surrender to it, it's kind of easier. If you allow yourself to have the emotions of it, it's you go through it. It's a process to go through, you know. So yeah, try and be open and feel it more. That'll get your heart to win through. You can't get your mind to let your heart win through. Do you know what I mean? You can't think your heart to win through. You just have to start being and kind of accepting the process and feeling who you are now. You'll get to that balance point. It's a balance. It's always about balance. Always about balance. The heart isn't better than the mind. They're both good and have their place, you know. We need to get to a place of balance there. So yeah, definitely get out into nature and try and Feel whatever you're feeling and don't overanalyze it, because that gets you stuck in the mud. And I found this bracelet again. You know, I threw some jewelry away that I just don't like. It was just crappy stuff that I got free with things. And yeah, found some old jewelry. This is a birthday present from someone. Let's get some cards out. Tarot. Oh, there's 3. Okay, we have Llamas. Is that dad? I don't know. The circle. Start out with the circle. I think we had this one before, didn't we? Didn't we have this the other day? Let's find her. The circle. Who is this? It's the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man came out. The Hanged Man was the dominant energy in the energy update today. Can't remember it. A circle is a sacred space that you create for any spiritual work that you do. A sacred space can be created anywhere. Think of it as a metaphorical cauldron. A cauldron is a place that holds ingredients, keeping what you want all in one place while making sure unwanted materials do not mix in. On another level, it's also a place of transformation. Your sacred space is your temple where you work with the energy you invite in and form a boundary that separates you from unwanted energy. While in your space, you expect revelations and experiences. You expect transformation. These expectations are a form of intent. Creating a sacred space is important but not difficult. This would be good for you as well, Jamie. Number 1, cleanse the area. So we can declutter like I was doing. There was a bit of declutter and I threw a little bit away. It certainly wasn't much. But it was more of an organizing thing. It was really good. You can smudge as well with sage. Ringing a bell does it too. I prefer Palo Santo. Oh, I might do that now. And then you gather your tools. I've got my tools around me. I'm going to do that right now. And where did I put the lighters? I put them down here. I remember. Palo Santo wood. This is a good one. So I've got sage here. But sage is stinky. I mean, it's stinky. It's really smoky. Temperance card, I know. Temperance. I hate temperance. I don't want to be patient anymore. I've waited ages. Months now. Well, 3 years, but the intense part has been 3 to 4 months. My ex makes these lighter holders out of bamboo, ladder and stuff. I'm such a hippie. So Palo Santo wood for clearing. Oh, so good. But a good declutter and an organize is good as well. Cleaning things up as well. That's nice. Smoke in the area, clear out that energy. I'm going to change the flowers as well. There we go. These little things, makes a difference to the energy. Gather your tools. After the area is clear, make sure you have everything you need for the work you intend to do. Check. For meditation, this will likely be very little, just your journal and a focus object. Ground yourself. Ground yourself by sitting or standing in an area where you intend to create the space. Take long, deep breaths. Yeah. letting that tension go. Define the space. When you finish, stand in the center and define the space. I didn't explain what that was. While in the center of your space, extend your dominant arm. It's just about like putting your energy in there. Create a safe and clean environment, setting boundaries, focusing exclusively on the spiritual for a time. I've had periods of my life when I've been like that. Periods of awakening, yeah. This could also be about self-love and self-care as well. It's got a lot of that in it too. You know, that taking good care of yourself and your space especially. In the energy update, the Hangman came out because of being open to new ways of doing things beyond the usual, the ordinary. Kind of like keeping options open, but not really options open, just seeing that there's many ways to skin a rabbit. I don't know what that saying is. I was trying to think of what it was in the energy update, but I didn't find it. Summerlands is next, full, new journey. It's a beginner's mindset, taking a risk, beginner's mindset. Like I was saying before to Duarte, we need to be in the moment and make decisions in the moment and go with the flow. We don't need to know beforehand if it's going to stick around forever. Nothing sticks around forever, unfortunately. Then we've got the llamas. It doesn't look like a llama. Well, llamas, in the Buddhist tradition, llamas are the wise ones, right? But they're also furry animals too. Llamas. Let's find him. He does look like an odd fella, this one. I don't much like his energy. What's the llamas? Llamas. It's the devil. Yes, I don't much like his energy. Look at him. I would stay away from him for sure. He's got bad energy. The first of 3 harvest festivals, Llamas, or is it Llamas? I don't know. Recognizes the sacrifice of the Oak King to feed the earth. The Harley King begins his reign as father and protector. Thankfulness for the first harvest, represented symbolically by loaves of bread, and acknowledging that everything has a price, are important aspects of this holiday. While pagans are grateful for the harvest, they know that it comes with a price, the eventual death of the god and the coming of darkness. As the end of the growing season draws closer, there's an air of celebration and wild abandon. Wild abandon. Games are played, wagers made, and bread and beer enjoyed. That would make me feel so sick. Both of them. The devil card is often associated with the god Pan, and hence is an appropriate match for this holiday. Although the beverage of choice is more often made of grain than grapes, there's almost an eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we will die sensibility. There's an utter enjoyment without thinking about putting anything by for the future. It means enjoyment of the physical world, indulgence or perhaps overindulgence, taking chances that may pay off, or taking risks with too high a price. Hey, Connell. It's the devil. It's about fears and being careful and not listening to our negativity so much. Connell, check out the pinned comment up top. It tells you how to get a mini reading. The comment that's pinned at the top of the live chat. There's no moderators in. They've all forgotten that they've changed their clocks. And I didn't. Well, oh dear, we've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the Fool, and we've got the Devil. This is significant energy. I want one more of these. You're a Capricorn, your Leo rising wants to roar. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about rising signs, really. I don't really connect that much with my rising sign. I'm Gemini rising. I mean, most of us readers are Gemini risings. We're messengers. So I connect with it in that way. But as far as me, not like my work, but me goes, me personally, I don't connect that much with my Gemini. I guess I'm a thinker, but for my work, definitely. Wisdom. Another major arcana. The Magician on the bottom of the deck. It's all major arcana. This is huge energy. We've got an important message today. Wisdom. Your Gemini moon. I'm Aries moon. I'm Aries everything else, really. Aries everything. Okay, let's find you. Wisdom. Where are you? I've got to look at the pictures because the words don't match. Just trying to remind myself. Where are you? Oh yeah, we've been getting Chariot out. You know, the one that's walking forward. I like that card, but we've not got it today. Here we go. Wisdom. And there she is. It's the High Priestess, of course. In paganism, we are each our own High Priestess or priest. In a sense, this is what we strive for. Indeed, for many tarot readers, this is the card which they most identify. No, the Empress for me. But for my work, yeah, for my work. Maybe still the Empress. I don't know. Unlike traditional tarot decks where the High Priestess represents non-rational, non-logical sources of knowledge, this priestess represents wisdom. Now, you know, last week they were going on about the wisdom that we gain through our life experiences and how that wisdom is just for us, really, and how it can contradict other people's wisdom too. Not that there's any right wisdom or wrong wisdom. It's just reminded me of that. The yin and the yang, the athame and the chalice. The magical combination of opposites, intellect as in rational logical thinking, and intuition. When these two aspects work together, we can find true wisdom. Again, this is the alchemical balance most tarot readers seek, combining an intellectual understanding of the tarot with intuitive responses to the symbols and images in the cards. It's very simply wisdom, combining intelligence and intuition, seeking the whole truth. Queen of Swords is a good step to go through. I'm worried that I'm more Queen of Swords than maybe I am. I don't know. Because, yeah, it's important to go through the stage of being the Queen of Swords. Having a lot of boundaries. Oh, coffee's good this morning. It's a little weak, though. I don't know why. Miserable ladies, although she's happy. Okay. So we've got the Hanged Man, the Fool, the Devil, and Wisdom. Changing our minds about things that we went into, risks that we've taken in our lives, and the negative experience that we've had from them, because we've gained wisdom from them. So this is about looking back into our lives and realizing that they weren't mistakes, that there were experiences that we had to go through to get the wisdom that we've got now. And that takes us where we are going, which is Six of Wands, to the victory. But there's the Five here, the Five of Wands. This is where she's teaching them, right? She's teaching them. She's speaking in mind, though. They might be very logical, and she's like, look, mate, this is how it is. And that leads to the victory. So she speaks of wisdom. Is that what's happening there? Five of Wands. This is more like the Tarot, this deck, but it's not exactly the same. Five of Wands. Working together can lead to fabulous results, as evidenced in the Four of Wands. However, getting the result may be fraught with conflict and trouble, particularly when people feel very strongly about something. Egos and expectations get in the way of an easy flow of communally generated energy. Highly charged situation gets dangerously out of hand. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just being prepared to speak up your wisdom, to speak up and tell people. Like, no longer, there she is, right? This was me when I was working in IT in my 20s. The only woman in the office, at the start anyway. There were women in the IT department, but we were few and far between. And so I was the only one in my department. And it was easy for me to toe the line with the guys, because the guys in their egos and the mansplaining, and then you know, them getting butthurt if you dare to know anything better than them as a woman, because apparently a guy can know better than them, but not a woman. All of that bullshit. And here, she's not having it anymore. Look at her face. She's not having it anymore. And she's speaking up. She's got a finger up in the air, and she's like telling it as it is. So this is, I talked about it in the energy update today. This is about being prepared to speak up, to address conflict, to not back down. So this is saying the wisdom that we've gained, we need to speak it up now, not just defer to the logical masculine all the time, but speak it, speak up and tell them. Work together. We don't do it by devaluing our own contribution and never speaking up, right? Hey, Timothy, you're late. I think a lot of people are going to be an hour late today. And then the Six of Wands, the victory. She reaches the summit, the purple mountain. This woman has focused her will and set her intention, has achieved great heights, quite literally. It's amazing what we can see when we overcome challenges and reach our highest potential. The recognition of others is always nice, but nothing really matches her inner satisfaction. Yep. Achievement. Inner satisfaction from achieving it. We've got to speak up now, the wise ones. We've got to speak our wisdom up. Even though our wisdom's for us, we have a right to take up space here, and we're part of the collective. You're not late. You're here, Mr. Bowers. Present and correct. So we need to speak up. And in the energy update, is what I was talking about there was, I can't remember, what was I talking about? It was something about when we can trust ourselves to speak up in the moment. I can't remember, what did I say? It was profound. It's like that thing where we don't have to have like across the board protection of ourselves when we can trust ourselves to protect ourselves in the moment. This was different. This was, oh yeah, it was not having like big boundaries to something because we don't trust ourselves to act in the moment. It's really similar, in fact, but it's something like um, maybe having a rule for ourselves. This was my example in the energy update. I won't move in with someone until I've been with them for at least 6 months, right? That could be your rule. Now, why do you have that rule? Well, it could be you have that rule because you kind of know yourself and you don't trust yourself to speak up, and so someone, say like me, who got into relationships and would just do all the work, do all the housework, be on top of everything, pay all the bills, just do everything, take the load of everything, like as if I'm a single person, independent, and then someone comes in, I carry on being single, independent. I just do it for two people now. So the reason that I would have a rule for myself, not moving in with someone until 6 months, was to try and figure out whether I would even be able to do that, with them. Instead of speaking up in the moment and saying, well, it'd have to be, equals, halves. You do half of it, I do half of it, two adults. It doesn't mean they'll listen, but you can find out, right? Like I said before, it's like we don't use tarot readings to find out, to make a decision beforehand and then never be in the moment kind of thing after that, not make decisions in the moment. We've got to give ourselves that opportunity to make decisions in the moment by being flexible and being open-minded. And that's what this is about. That's what the Hanged Man is about. It's about, that was the main energy of the energy update today, is being open-minded, allowing ourselves to change our mind and allowing ourselves to be in the moment and make new decisions. Thank you, Jessica. Have you got a question? Did I miss it? Jessica. So sometimes we make up rules for ourselves instead of being empowered, is what this is saying. But we've got to speak out our wisdom, because our wisdom is important for the group, for the collective, for our communities or our relationships or our workplace. Our input is valid and it's important. The wisdom that we've gained and our intuition, it's important. That's how we're going to get our victory, is by speaking up now and not pandering to the logical, not always taking second place to the logical. The balance, the balance. Is there an action I need to be taking right now towards the relationship I'm wanting? Am I still needing to be patient? Ooh. Jessica, good question. Thanks for your donation. Jessica. Oh. Okay, Jessica. Yes, there is action that you need to be taking here. But there's a problem in that. There's a problem in you taking this action because There's action that you've taken in the past that you blame, and you blame yourself for it going wrong, and now you're reluctant to take actions toward what it is that you want in your love life. So you've had, and we probably all have had this, but maybe not have deduced this block from it. You've got a block from it. You've been through something in the past where you did take the action and it went wrong. And so you've decided not only that the action was the wrong action to take because of the consequences, it wasn't necessarily the wrong action to take. You know, you can take same action with one person and with another person, and you get very different results. So it's not necessarily the action that was wrong, but you've also deduced that you were wrong from it too. And so you're actually shut down to taking action in your love life. You blamed yourself. It's like when, how old was he? My eldest son was about 1. He still had a sippy cup. And I was living in my ex-husband's house. We were all together in Blackpool. And there was a storm coming over. And I was in the lounge room with my eldest son. And he was drinking out of his sippy cup. And then lightning struck on a building which was 1 block away, near the graveyard that was there. I used to walk him around the graveyard in his pushchair. It was the closest thing to a park that was nearby the house. Anyway, lightning struck there, and he put his cup down, and then he refused to take a drink out of it again because he thought that he had caused the lightning to happen. He was scared. It connected the two. He'd taken a drink, and there was this loud noise, and he was really scared. And it's that kind of thing. We link causation to the thing that we've done, and it's not. Like it's not. You know, like the guides keep on telling us, there's every kind of people out there, right? And we need to get to know them, and we need to like be open-minded about them, right? Like these cards are saying, be open-minded about them, get to know them, and let them prove it to us. Like, is this the right person for me? Well, let's see. Let them prove it to you. It's that kind of thing. So the thing that you've done in the past, the decision that you made, it wasn't the causation of the issue of whatever happened. That was on them, and it was on your behavior and their behavior kind of thing. It wasn't the decision. So you need to free yourself from that. So there's a block here to even taking action in your love life. So you need to kind of own that, figure it out, realize the protection that you've put in place. It's kind of like these cards are saying, go for it. Is this thought useful? So yeah, going for it. What would you do? You know, put yourself out, go out to meet someone, go on a dating thing, whatever. Whatever you would do to go for it in your love life, or approach someone that you like. You're not doing it because you've got a thought that is saying, no, not safe to do that, not safe to do that. So you're taking the blame of something in the past which isn't yours. And like I said before, we shouldn't. People do, but we shouldn't use tarot readings to forecast whether a relationship is going to be 100% gift and no challenge. We shouldn't do that, or right for us, or one that's going to stick around. We should go into it and be present in it to any red flags and all of that, and make sure that they are putting the effort in and investing in it and treating us right and all of that. We need to be present in it and actually relate to them in that moment and make our decisions in the moment. It's just so important. So allow yourself to do that and look back at the judgments that you've made, Jessica, and yourself in the past. So let's not turn this high priestess against ourselves. Like, I should have known. No, we shouldn't have known. We shouldn't have known. Our intuition isn't used for that. Our intuition is used for guidance in the moment. It's not used to predict whether someone's going to be an ass, a narcissist, going to hurt us, whatever. It's not used for that. It's used to help us in the moment. So let's not judge our picker, the people that we've picked. Let's judge our behavior in ignoring red flags, in putting up and being tolerant with stuff that we shouldn't have been, of not speaking up for ourselves and what it is that we want, of not speaking up for ourselves of what wasn't on. Sure, let's judge ourselves for our behavior like that, but not for the decisions that we made. Because no one can do that. I can't do that. I can't decide beforehand. I've got to get to know someone. So that. Thanks, Maria. High self-guidance from Maria. I feel like that's my place here in the tarot community, is bringing it back down to earth. Using tarot as a way to help us in the moment, like with some good advice and not fairy sparkles, fluffy nonsense. They're your twin flame, even though they're an asshole. Garbage advice, Real advice. Good advice. And letting the tarot help us in the moment rather than predict the rosy future. Well, we just don't know, because everyone's got free will and someone can turn on a dime, can't they? We can. Give me a bad day when I haven't had much sleep and I'm hungry. You see a different me. Maria, get support, you're heard. Get support. Okay. This is talking about collaborations and being heard more, putting yourself out there more, getting it in front of more people. Collaborations to help you do that, working with other people to do that. Interviews, that kind of thing. That's how I've done it. Like radio, podcast interviews, that kind of thing. How else? Collaborations. Get support. I am heard. To be heard. That's what this is. I haven't done an interview for ages. I used to be asked all the time, and now I don't get asked anymore. I wonder why that is. But I'm quite happy. It's probably just the universe saying you don't need to, because you're putting yourself out there on YouTube now. It's growing all the time. Overwhelming and judgment separates. Oh, there you go. You're like, no, I won't do that. You won't do the collaboration because it feels overwhelming to you, because you feel like people are going to judge you. Okay. So you want growth? You don't want to do a collaboration because you think it's admitting defeat, or you don't want them to find out. This is imposter syndrome. You don't want them to find out that you're not yet successful enough or something like that. So you've got to get over that before you'll do the collaborations. But that's your next step anyway, is, think about doing a collaboration and then deal with all of your objections, all of your judgments that are overwhelming you, that will cause you to say no. Maybe someone's got in touch with you and asked you to do that, and you're like, hell no. Hell no. I get hell no, and it's people that aren't offering anything. They just haven't got anything to offer. People want to do collaborations and they've got nothing yet. And it's like, hang on, that's not a collaboration. That's charity. That's me giving to you. I won't do that. I used to do that. I used to be so giving that I would do anything for anyone without anything coming back to me. I don't do that anymore. I'm running a business now. I can't waste my energy on things. I'd rather have time off. My time off is full. That's the thing. I don't get it. How come my days are so full? There just doesn't seem to be enough time just to do nothing. Queen of Wands is good. Okay. So we need to speak our wisdom out. So what is this saying? The things of the past, we need to change our minds about it. The risks that we've taken that have led to negative results, we need to change our mind about it because we gain wisdom from it. So we had to go through that. And now the wisdom that we gain from it, we speak up about it because it's important for the collective. Collective meaning you and one other person, or you and your family, or you and your workplace, you and your colleagues, you and your customers, you and your community, you and the world. You get your... My days are so full because my life is... That's true, but I want more time because I want to do more. I don't want to do more work. I'm doing enough work. And workouts, that takes a bit of my time. Did legs yesterday. It's true. My life's full. Sorting your website out. Ooh. Okay. Let's get more tarot out. How's it sounding, everybody? I've got new... Look, I got it engraved this time. Star, Claire, Star. They're really good. And it's... Those are my old ones. AirPods Pro. It's a smaller case too. It's cute. And it sounds so much better. Is the microphone better? I take time for myself, but that taking time for myself is full too. You know? It's full too. Like I didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do for myself yesterday. But I did extra stuff too. And that's the thing, it's like after I'd done that, I'm like, I need another Sunday now. I need tomorrow to be Sunday as well, today, so that I can sort through my clothes and all of that. More tarot. I cleaned underneath that table is all organised as well. That was a dumping ground too. I sorted it all out. Now there's just cards. There's just the card. No empty boxes under there for decks. All the cards that have got card boxes in there. Boxes that have got cards in there all stacked up neatly that I use. All of the empty boxes have gone into storage and my weights are under there as well. And it's clean. It had a lot of dust under there. Not 100%. Sun came out yesterday. That was nice. Oh, and it rained so much on Saturday morning. We were in training and it was about time to leave and it just poured down so much that the creek was flowing. In fact, it's only just stopped. Has it stopped? Yeah, it stopped. It was going this morning. It's only just stopped. So the creek just stopped flowing from Saturday morning's rain. When I left the gym, we just all sat there waiting for it to stop because it was just so much rain. And when I left, I was the first one to leave because I was hungry. I needed to get home to eat something. And the road was a river. I was riding through this river. Hey, Karen. You've been organising as well. I see a light. Isn't it good though? I really like it. I like going through my stuff and organising, and I miss having like time. Maybe I just need some time off just to do all of that, you know. Just going through everything, just pottering around and, you know, having an easy time. Pottering around at home time instead of going on holiday, doing nothing. That's probably what I need to do, is just like have some days off. Build up my dailies and then don't do as many pick a card reads and just take time off to give myself that time instead of trying to fit it into a busy schedule. Sun's kind of looking like it's going to come out today as well. It rained also yesterday. Every day now. And I'm afraid Chicken might not be well because this morning she hardly had any biscuits. And she didn't stay in for very long. But yesterday she was asleep on my suitcase underneath the bed because it's empty. Well, it's got some crap in it because it's a dumping ground too. But because it's kind of half empty, no. It's hardly got anything in it. In fact, if she sits on top of it, it's a nice little bed for her. It caves in. It's underneath the bed, and the cleaners came in and changed the bed, and usually she runs out as soon as they come in, or as she's running out, she sees me, so I'll sit on the lounge sometimes if I don't want to go out while they're doing it, and she'll come and sit with me on there, but she does not stay in the room with them, usually. But she did. She stayed on the suitcase. I'm like, something wrong with you, Chicken. Something wrong with the chicken. She's not 100%. She was sneezing yesterday. Yes, she was sneezing yesterday. In the morning. Wouldn't stop sneezing. She jumped up and sneezed all over my dishes. Okay. I wonder if she's got COVID. Can cats get COVID? Maybe it's mutated and the animals are getting it. A swing bench. Nice. This is trouble. The Three of Cups. Then the Five of Wands. This is trouble. Five of Wands, I don't often get trouble from the Five of Wands, but I'm getting trouble from it this time. Ace of Swords, a truth coming out, and transformation that transforms things. Okay. So for some of us, this speaking up has to happen. We have to throw a spanner in the works. We have to rock the boat. Some of you are going to have to rock the boat, not keep the peace. Some of you have been keeping the peace too much instead of speaking from your wisdom, instead of rocking the boat for fear of what? This fella here. Llama. He's not nice. I fear him too. I'd stay well away from him. This is trouble right here, but it's trouble that needs to happen. Is it comfy? Is it like a swing? Has it got padding on it? We've got a lot of swings on this island. I was thinking this yesterday as I was riding around. We've got a lot of swings on this island. They're everywhere. But comfy ones. Yeah. Hard wooden ones. We've got like a basket seat here by the pool. But you get in it, it's curved, and so you get in it and it pushes your head forward. It's not comfortable. I very rarely sit on comfy seats. Don't sit on my lounge seats very much at all. I don't sit down much. Sit on this stool. Three of Cups, what is this? I don't like this energy. Three of Cups, it's trouble. It indicates a time of celebration. I'm not feeling it. Social gatherings, yes. Yeah, social gatherings. Surrounding yourself with people you love, together creating wonderful, blissful memories. I'm still not believing this. Hang on. No, it's the negative. There's setbacks or delays, family quarrels or disputes. It's this. It's the speaking up for yourself. It's the speaking up for yourself in a family or work or whatever community thing. Speaking it out, speaking that truth out. It causing trouble. It causing a dispute, making people unhappy, rocking the boat. Things are unstable, and maybe time to have some important conversations with loved ones. If there are any issues from your past that are now resurfacing, this is what it is. It's stuff that you've put up with in the past, and you can't do it anymore. It's time to acknowledge them head on and decide if you're ready to let them go. Not let them go and take the hit of it. Not let them go and tolerate it anymore. Stand up and be counted. Speak out. This allows you to make room for fresh perspectives and to establish a sense of closure. Like, I will not put up with this anymore kind of thing. I'm speaking out about it, and that's that. Never again. And waterproof with the sun visor and shade. Ooh. What's being 6'2" got to do with the price of fish? My ex-husband was 6'2". A lot of my partners have been 6'2". I don't know. It's just a number that seems to be a sizing of men that seem to have been in my life. 5 of Wands. So that's trouble right there. 5 of Wands. Here we go. This is in the reverse too. I'm getting trouble from this. When reversed, the 5 of Wands may indicate a reluctance to express inner thoughts or feelings. This may be due to conflicting energies or difficulties in finding soulful connections with others. So you feel like you're never going to find your right people, and so you've got to toe the line with people that are not like you and not speak your truth and not speak your wisdom. Well, if you do, they'll all fall away, right? And that's a good thing, because there are people out there that are like you. If you've experienced stress as a result of passive-aggressive or competitive behavior from someone around you, take some time to disconnect from these lower vibrational energies and people. It could be that you'll simply need to find some sense of peace and independence in order to feel good again. You don't get to swing your legs much. Oh, okay. You know, generally Thai aren't very tall. And Mr. Handsome is putting up a pull-up bar in the gym. Well, he started putting it up, but part of the wall crumbled away and he seems to have given up on putting it up now. But where the drill made the wall fall away, I said, that's too high anyway, you need to put it lower down. It was like, well, what about tall people? I'm like, well, they can bend their legs. Like the majority of us are all like the same size, around my size. I'm only 5'3", 5'2", 5'3", something like that. And he's not that much taller. There's hardly anyone that's tall. Yeah, there's one guy, there's like one European guy that trains with us, and he's really tall. But he can bend his legs. Like, why put it up? And it's like, well, we can use a chair. It's like, well, they can bend their legs. Put it so that we don't have to use a chair. Seems to make sense to me. Anyway, that's my point of view. And I'll speak up for myself. When I was renovating the house with my 6'2" husband, I got these wavy mirrors. You know, the IKEA ones, the wavy mirrors, wavy shaped ones. And I was putting one up in. Well, he was putting one up in. I asked him to put one up in the bathroom. The bathroom was kind of finished. And he did it. He was like, I've done it. All happy with himself. I go in the bathroom. It's like, where is it? Oh, it's up there. But that's no use. He'd done it. He'd put it up in front of his face. I couldn't even see the top of my head. You know why? For the pull-up bar, because they steal the chair. They steal the chair. They've done it to me before. We didn't have a pull-up bar, but we had a bar, part of the structure of the building in the last place. I went on it one time and they nicked the chair. They like just dropped to the floor, but I don't want to hurt my feet. It didn't hurt my feet when I dropped to the floor, but still, I don't want to do that. Anyway, so there's a reluctance here to speak up, obviously. Ace of Swords, but we need to speak our truth. Ace of Swords indicates a heightened sense of spiritual and mental clarity. Clear as. You know, when we've got this clarity, because of our wisdom, it goes around and around and around in our minds until we speak it out. And we're clear on the inside, but there's still this fear of telling other people about it. It's the emergence of great determination and power in order to reach your goals successfully. The goals are on the other side of it. Yeah. It's like me in this channel, really, being able to speak all of this stuff. Someone put a comment saying your channel doesn't have a lot of people because most people don't want to do the deep work. They don't want to face themselves. They don't want to hear the truth. It's true. I don't care. I'll still speak it. Okay. The Ace of Swords indicates a heightened sense of spiritual and mental clarity. It's the emergence of great determination and power in order to reach your goals successfully. It marks a new beginning, project, plan, or vision. Very often this also connects with an accelerated shift in consciousness, as you're able to move ahead with wisdom and truth. It may feel as though nothing can stop this progress, regardless of what the future may hold. Well, we can stop it by not speaking, by not sharing our truth. Now is the time to seize the opportunities in order to create new positive changes in your life. Time to stand out on your own against all odds. And that's what it's going to feel like, against all odds. Beginning, prosperity, joy, victory, determination, power. You may be disconnected from reaching your highest potential if you're not aware of where your gifts truly lie. Low vibrational thoughts may be manifesting in your reality, or there may be obstacles in the way. A need to face a truth or inner desire. An ideal time for deep meditation and introspection in regards to life, passions, goals, and priorities. And transformation. You're not going to speak up. Well, that's clarity too, isn't it? That is clarity too. When not to speak up, when it's not our turn. We need to know that too. This is important. I know. It's like I keep on going through this myself in my personal life, going, should I speak up? And then I pull the cards and it's like, no. I get a no each time. It's like, no, because it's his turn. It's on him. It's not on me at the moment. It's like, you're right. Guys, you're right again. And then I keep on asking, like, should I? And they're like, no. Okay. Transformation represents the entry point into a new state of understanding and enlightenment. You may feel as though something major is shifting in your life. We've got major shifts going on at the moment. Look at all of the major arcana there. It's a sign of it when this many major arcanas come out. This reevaluation of old beliefs may force you to eliminate the distractions or difficulties you've been experiencing. They need eliminating. We need to stop going back there again, stop doing the same things over and over. Enabling you to fully grasp your highest potential. Your true priorities have been exposed and revealed for what they really are, which puts everything else into perspective. How are you going to use your time and skills from now on? Are you ready to take the next evolutionary step in your own personal growth? Yes. Be open to new opportunities that present themselves, especially if they align with your heart. This is a period of positive change, even if it appears to be daunting or frightening at first. Because there's something that we've got to do to get there, right? And it's not the comfortable thing. Sometimes all we need is an extra push in an entirely new direction in order to know what we're truly capable of. You may be close to an opportunity and not be aware of what it is. What are you resisting? Know that it's sometimes essential to let go of past blockages or issues in order to make positive changes. Yeah. It's always essential to let go of past blockages or issues in order to make positive changes. Not sometimes, always. I'm not saying that we've always got blocks, but new level, new devil. So we kind of do always have blocks. What you do to get a certain goal isn't what you do to get to the next level. There's more blocks. You're going to need to have a sense of closure about something before moving forward. Yeah, you need to know that you've closed the book on something, that you've stopped a pattern, that you're not going to do that again. How do you know that? Well, you stand up this time. You stand up to it this time. It's like with all the abuse in my life. I knew the last time I got raped that, and I said it to myself, I can't go through this again. I won't survive it. I can't go. I've got to stop this. This is where it ends. I can't go through this again. Close to suicide after the court case, and he was found not guilty. And I'm like, I can't go through this again. I just can't do it anymore. This has got to stop. And that put an end to him. And that gave me the fuel to sort it out, to sort myself out so that I can trust myself to never get myself in those situations anymore. And persisted with that because I knew it couldn't happen again. It feels something like that. It feels like it's an important decision of like, I need to figure this out, what it is that I'm doing that's causing this over and over again, and stop it this time. And it's going to require speaking up and speaking out and empowering yourself and all of that. But it needs to be nipped in the bud so that you've got a sense of closure about it. Or else this karmic lesson may resurface, or else this karmic lesson may resurface again in the future. It says may. It will resurface again in the future if you don't do this. Look ahead with optimism and strength. You're on the right path. And so what this is saying is, like, look back in the past, those things that we thought were mistakes, they've actually given us wisdom. It's true. I wouldn't be who I am now if I hadn't been through all of that shit. And I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes. Of course, I've learned from it. But I was conditioned to make those mistakes. I was conditioned by being abused at an early age to put up with that shit, to be tolerant of it, and to not speak up. I was taught to protect myself. I had to. It was in my family. So there was no getting out of it. It wasn't like someone was abusing me at school and I could talk to my loving family about it. I was being abused in the home. The only thing I could learn from that is how to be compliant and tolerant of it. And of course that set me up to do it in my adult life. What? You don't just like turn 18 and go or move out of the home and then break, free of those patterns. It took me ages to. But I did it. And it's that wisdom that I share now. There's something really powerful about when we make a really clear decision that something's not going to happen again, or that we're going to get a certain goal and we're going to do whatever it takes to get there. That manifests. That kind of determination of spirit, that strength of spirit going, I'm going to do this no matter what, that manifests. Sitting around and wishful thinking doesn't. Yeah, sitting around and doing wishful thinking doesn't manifest. We'd like to believe that it does. I mean, it's all very nice, isn't it? That law of attraction stuff. And it's like, oh, wouldn't that be nice? And just sit around and do that. Life is that simple. We don't have to work on ourselves or push ourselves to do the uncomfortable thing at all. We can just sit around wishing and we get what we want. And no. Well, you can try, but no. Your mum was a narcissistic abuser, not physical. Damage was done. She died. No justice. Yeah. That is important, isn't it? That physical. You see, I was kind of picking that up from this card as well. All the logical men now, I'm not saying that all men are just logic in the logical, but this is what I'm getting here. She's like speaking the truth to them now. They don't want to hear it. They want to be all logical still. And they might be telling her, like, well, it's not abuse unless someone's been punched. But it is. It is, though. It is. The psychological abuse is. Yeah, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, all of that is abuse. It's the physical abuse is nothing really. It's just a tiny part of it. But there's that mindset, and it's faulty. It's a faulty mindset. Let's get 2 more cards out. But we certainly do get a lot from it. That's the thing. But it takes us ages to heal it and break those patterns and learn a new way. It took me ages anyway. But now at the other side of it, it's just so much better. It's just so much better. I wanted 2 cards, and 2 cards is what I've got. I'm not going to read from the book on these. I already know. I can already tell. Oh, got the loads on the bottom. We're going to start talking about relationships. Nah, surely not. Ace of Pentacles. Yes, they are. And the 10 of Pentacles. Now you can spot a narcissist from miles away. Yes. How? How can you spot them? I was stupid before. I thought, like, through a reading, you can just decide that someone's it and then dive into that relationship instead of getting to know them properly. And the narcissist wants to do that. They want to dive into the relationship. They want to love bomb you, right? And so that's a match. That's a match of 2 people just wanting to dive into a relationship like that. Too much too soon. I was waving those red flags. Totally susceptible to having my feelings manipulated, or like feeling something for someone. It could just be physical attraction, sexual attraction, and then thinking, this means that my one. Let me get some cards out. Oh yeah, they're my one. Let's dive into this love bombing relationship then. Yeah, because it's a match. The narcissist is interested, for sure. We have to trust ourselves in that moment as well, because some of them might get through. Like, we can't tell ourselves that story as well as I will always recognize them straight away, because some of them will slip through because they're sneaky. They're sneaky. We've all been stupid. Yeah. Your emotions tell you. The familiar. Yeah, you can feel it. It's like this. Look at him. He's got bad energy. Right? You can feel it in people. I used to override that and know everyone deserves love, and I'm stupid. Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a big offer. A gateway to a whole new life there, that doorway, gateway there. We've got to do this stuff to get what we really want. Like, there's a lot on the line here. Victory, 10 of Pentacles. Everything that we want is on the other side of this, speaking up. Or not, because it's not our turn. So, we've always got to do the right thing, even when we don't want to. Because that's the feeling I got from this card when I first picked it out, the Noble one. I was like, it's by doing the right thing when we really don't want to. Because it's not going to get us the instant rewards or that thing that we really want. You can sit in there. Let's retrieve the heart. Sorry, plant. Can you see it? Kinda. There we go. Yeah. And we know, don't we? We instinctively know because we recognize it. We've seen it so many times and we stop fooling ourselves that it's anything but what it actually is. And the more we learn about that narcissism, the more we can spot it, right? I need more tarot here for some reason. Because now it's talking about relationships. It's like our relationships are riding on this. Wow. I just feel like this isn't for me at the moment. I feel like this is what I'm already doing. I see my person empowering themselves at the moment. So, yeah. Who's that? Oh, 4. Keeping me busy. 4 of Swords. Healing. Healing. 7 of Pentacles. Putting the work in. You can smell it. It smells like a narcissist. It smells like bullshit. I really have no tolerance. I have no tolerance for it at all. I got less and less tolerant when I was drunk of people's bullshit. Now I'm that when I'm sober too. It's one reason that I stopped going out is because I didn't like who I was becoming when I got out, because I got less and less tolerant of people's bullshit, and it was becoming less and less fun for me. I found myself like just getting annoyed at people and speaking out at them, and I'm like, I just don't want to be in this environment around these kind of people anymore. To be like, it was a good thing I was being myself and everything, but I'm like, what am I doing in this place? You know, you don't go to the places that you hate and then just complain about it. Don't go to the restaurant and you hate the food and you go, I hate burgers, or you guys shouldn't serve burgers. You know, it's like people coming on my YouTube channel going, you should do this, you should do that, instead of the stuff that I'm actually doing. It's like, go somewhere else where they're doing that. So, yeah, we shouldn't put ourselves in those places with people and things that we don't like and then complain about it. Right. 4 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. So we're healing and then putting our attention and our efforts into preparing the environment, which is ourselves, but also our environment around us as well, because there's been a lot of that in this reading. Our space, decluttering and stuff like that, to nurture that. Because after all, what do we want with the 10 of Pentacles? We want someone that's going to do that for us as well. We want someone that's going to make an effort, you know. They have to. King of Cups, this fella, is in his heart. King of Cups. And 10 of Pentacles again. Happily ever after. It's a regression. Heal ourselves. And then we're putting our energy in the right places, in the right environments, tending to the right environments. used to think it was in like the healing sphere. Do you know what I mean? The people, the healers and the spiritual people. I used to think it was those people. That was my place. But then I awoke to that once I got to a certain level of healing, I could see it really clearly that they're the damaged ones. I don't want to be around them either. But they're the progression to being healed, absolutely. It's a stage. I don't want to be around the completely unhealed and the narcissists and all of that. And I don't want to be around the healers either and those wounded people. I want to be around the empowered, the ones that have gained their wisdom. And they don't have to have done it through that way. There's many different ways. Just skin a cat. There you go. Back to the top of this. The hermit, not the hermit, the hanged man. Having an open mind. There's many different ways to do it. And yeah, I'm around wise people at the moment in my personal life. And I don't know what's got them to that place. Probably many different things. I know we've all ended up on this island. That's something in itself. The travelers, the wanderers, the ones that seeking, you know. You're with the King of Cups. Mm. I want two of these, guys. Anyone else want a mini read? Because I'm going to finish soon. What should I do in the pick a card read today? Any ideas? Be a love reading today. Did the next 7 days on Saturday. What would you like to hear about? You won't put someone on a pedestal. One more. What's this? Tower. There you go, Jamie. It's your tower. 3 of emotions again. Other people are falling apart. Yes, could be a very volatile kind of time. Quitting their jobs, yeah. Quitting the jobs, quitting relationships, all of that around this time for sure. For sure. There's going to be a lot of that because there's this redirection for everybody. Everyone in the right place, you know? What they're feeling. Yeah, I've not done that. I've not done what they're feeling for a while. Huh? What's the next step? What action will they take next? How are they feeling? How are they feeling? How do they feel about you? I used to do one of those every week. I haven't done that for a while, so let's do that. Yeah, shadow work. Shadow work comes after empowerment, I think. It did for me anyway, but like I said, there's many ways to skin a cat. What a horrible phrase. I want to skin a cat. Feelings. You said it first. You did say it, Maria, while you typed it. Let's get some hearts out. Look inside of yourself. Look inside of yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. I like these cards. They're so much better than Doreen Virtues. I'm going to pull one of hers out. They're over there. I never liked that woman. I liked some of her cards. At one point. But I read one of her books and it was just garbage. I read the first few pages and I thought, this is just garbage. Fluffy nonsense. Nothing real in it. Jamie's going through the awakening. How exceptional that you found me in that time, because, yeah. People don't usually at that stage. Sexual union. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. How can you more focus on yourself? That sounds dull. No one's going to watch that. No, it's got to be a salubrious kind of a hook. There's got to be a hook there for a pick a card. Sure, the information in it can be about that, but no one's going to watch it. No one's going to get the guidance if I call it something like that. I can't call my readings the advice that's in there. It's got to be like, how do they feel about you? Something like that. Look inside of yourself. What's causing you to feel this way? Huh. Okay, Doreen, give it to us. My mum's called Doreen as well. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Let's get some fluff and nonsense out. Unrequited love there. It's unrequited. I don't feel the same way. And because of religious factors. I don't believe these cards. I think they're nonsense. I could work with them for a while. Oh, I've not used these for a while. Who's going good and at me? I don't know whether it was this. I've got so many devices now. And they're all kind of matching each other. You can't see it because most of them are behind the camera. But everything's like orange and this colour. No. The iPad, I mean, it's cute. This is the Starlight one. It's silver. Like, they're all just silver. I was expecting it to have a more of a hue than that, but that to me is just silver. So there's silver, there's Starlight, which apparently is meant to be a rose hued. It's not at all. There's a purpley silver, there's a pinky silver. I didn't get the pinky silver because I thought this might be more orangey silver, but it's not. I mean, it's just silver. It's quite disappointing. They could have made them coloured. Anyway, got a cover anyway. Who wants you? That's a good one. Who wants you? And what do they want with you? Happiness and fulfillment. Oh, is it Happiness and fulfillment. That's like 10 of Pentacles kind of an energy. Anyway, let's stop this nonsense because they're just going to keep on giving us that sign. 10 of Pentacles energy now, I'm sure. So there we go. Thanks everyone for coming along, even though a lot of you were late. Don't let it happen again. Have a good day or night. And let's do this all over again on Wednesday. Whatever pick a card I decide to do, and it might be how they're feeling about you, will be out tomorrow. And what else? Good luck with these energies. I'm just sitting pretty within them. Like they're not bothering me, these energies at all. I'm seeing other people go through it. Preempted it. This is the thing, you know. That's like what I say with the energy updates. If you're doing the work, if you're mastering something, you're going to notice the energy there, but it's not going to bother you, you know. Yeah, have a good week. Let's do this again on Wednesday. And thanks again for your support. If you haven't clicked like on this video already, please do that. And I'll see you next time. Bye.